perspective of a dragon. A poem from the perspective of a dream. A poem from the perspective of someone playing pretend so hard it becomes real. All my ghost ships are real, and the stars glued to the ceiling are more radiant than any constellation. A poem from the perspective of Twitter about the hairless ape squawking. A poem from the perspective of a noose that doesn't want to be tied, doesn't want blood, but knows its purpose. A poem written by a drunk text message to the wrong number. A poem from the perspective of a mute vegetable with the knowledge there's a bomb coming, there's a bomb coming. A poem written from the perspective of a pacifist gun at a school shooting. A poem written from the perspective of the moon during the sloppy American kiss. A poem from the perspective of a hilarious supernova. A poem from the perspective of the sun when the earth is plotting instantaneously in his fingers. A poem written from the perspective of a wound. A poem written from the perspective of nothing, whining to be a wound. The masthead of the personified heart is a reproduction how-to guide. This peopling shit has gotten old, can't sleep, can't wake up, getting excited for being alive is exhausting. And a poem written by Gravity about his job, humans probably wouldn't be mentioned. Part 2. If our bodies are eaten, when comes expulsion? The masters of death are everywhere. The masters of death are in this room. The emotion of terrified mystics, or the heartbeat of a dead celebrity causing a public seizure of Facebook statuses, but the dead bum addicted to heroin, or the missing children of Sudan are just anal thermometers. They only bother you when someone sticks them up your ass. Hello, patch of irregularity. You must burn. If we personify history, he or she would be a demented nursing home resident shitting in pants. A poem written from the perspective of what humans evolve into a couple million years from now. A poem written by what took our place as the dominant invasion and pocket-linked web of organisms. Part 3. A poem written from the perspective of an aquatic horse who sometimes surfaces to mate with land horses. A documentary of a poem read too deeply. Behind the script, there's an idiot laughing his ass off like an idiot. Downright stupid. Look, downright stupid. That moment you realize you just want to yell and crash your grocery cart into the aisles and other shoppers. It happens again and again. That moment where you want to be a depressed vegetable, waiting for a shopper to decide you ripen up and cook you. Part 4. If I was responsible for the sun rising every morning, we would have a fucked up sleeping schedule. Sunrise, go to hell. Moon is better in company. I've been getting high with her and writing dreams for the morning. They taste sour scripted, a mouthful of wet bear fur, but they are safer, like comforts of a school guidance counselor. So we fuck, like angry thoughts, crushing smiles, and awkwardly laugh together when we wake up, hating each other so much. Part 5. A poem written from the perspective of the chair a girl was chained to for 12 years. A poem written from the perspective of the blank wall in front of her. A poem written from the perspective of her ears when she heard her neighbor's ignorant piano. Part 6. Our rosary round throat. A poem from the perspective of those who are content with what they know. Part 7. These poems are written to provoke emotion, to make you feel something. Imagery is what I hope to pluck off necessity's tongue, to convey a heartbeat, a somber sign of death, a clip of a kiss, a funeral you can't forget, a country you can't forgive, a bullet spent in script, an act of bigotry. Life is your victim, death is your bitch. Word is homemade bread, and you have yet to face expulsion.